All right, a few things about this video. This video was captured in Howell, Michigan. Howell, Michigan traditionally has a heavily conservative influence in that area, which means that you get a lot of conservative values. You tend to see a lot of back the blue type of messages, and this was President Joe Biden coming into Howell, Michigan. And if I remember the news report properly, it's something like 70% of the people voted Republican here. And of course, there's going to be a strong back the blue presence. And there were all kinds of blue line flags, people chanting back the blue. And when the police came up to escort the president, of course, people were cheering back the blue and we support our heroes, things of that nature. So that'll give you a little context into this video. Now, I want you to pay attention in the video. There is quite a bit of fuck Joe Biden chants. I just want you to pay attention and see for yourself how many times you hear things like fuck Joe Biden. This is going to be critical in this video. So here we go. Are you married to a cop? Hopefully he's one of the good ones. Hopefully he doesn't arrest people over non-violent victimless crimes.
Fuck bad cops.
Non-violent victimless crimes, right. Well, that's awesome. Now, hopefully he's turning in the bad ones. Because you know what his biggest enemy is? His biggest enemy are the bad cops. They're the ones that are going to get your husband killed. Your husband will get killed because of a bad cop.
I agree, but he's not a bad cop.
Well,
that's what I'm saying. It's not all bad cops.
Yeah, but and listen, and I'm not trying to diss on your husband in any way. What I'm trying to say is, okay, the bad nurses though, like the nurses don't all align under one uniform, like the thin blue line, right? All cops identify under that thin blue line, right? Uniform, one form, right? One form. So they all group together.
Orange, though. It's RN, BSN.
Okay, right.
I mean, it's not one form.
But what I'm saying is, like, nurses don't all wear the same uniform. Nurses don't all unify behind one image or one symbol, right? Cops
Yeah,
do.
They do. Yeah, they do.
Well,
I worked in the hospital 10 years.
Right, but I'm saying, but if you make a bad call, it's not like all your nurse friends are coming to your aid and going, hey, support her and still employ her, right? Like, they're like, oh, she made a bad call, she's giving nurses a bad name, get her the fuck out of here, right? That's the difference. That's the big difference.
I mean, agree to disagree, I guess.
Right, and that's the beautiful part about our country. If you can feel your way, I can feel my way, and we can still, at the end of the day, I wish no harm to you, and I'm sure you wish no harm to me, right? I took an arrest.
I went down there and they arrested me. Look at me. I'm not a cop. Look, how am I of any way of a threat to you? Besides, if you disarmed me, yeah, you would disarm the threat. But the point is, I wasn't armed then. Okay? And they knew it. And when they pulled me over, I had a record. I have no record now, thanks to a socialist. All right? But I got lucky. All right? But I'm just telling you. Fuck Joe Biden and the fucking police. You motherfuckers protect that piece of shit. Fuck you motherfuckers. Fuck you motherfuckers. You tell me to shut up, you get what you get. My wife will tell you the same. These are the motherfuckers that protect them. These are the motherfuckers that protect them right here. And so what? They need the revolution. And whatever. So what? So what?
So now all of a sudden there's an issue with vulgar language. The crowd can scream, fuck Joe Biden, any expletive that they want, but if somebody says fuck the police, now all of a sudden it's a problem. Now all of a sudden we've got kids here. Now all of a sudden it's a concern. I'm not buying it, but let's go back to the video.
And so what? They need the revolution. And whatever. So what? So what? Real so. That's what the police did. I ain't no goddamn convicted. This motherfucker protects fucking child molesters. Fuck that motherfucker. 'Cause I ain't no goddamn convicted. This motherfucker protects fucking child molesters. Fuck that motherfucker. 'Cause I ain't no goddamn convicted. This motherfucker protects fucking child molesters. Fuck that motherfucker. 'Cause I ain't no goddamn convicted. This motherfucker protects fucking child molesters. Fuck that motherfucker. 'Cause I ain't no goddamn convicted. This motherfucker protects fucking child molesters. Fuck that motherfucker. 'Cause I ain't no goddamn convicted. This motherfucker protects fucking child molesters. Fuck that motherfucker. 'Cause I ain't no goddamn convicted. This motherfucker protects fucking child molesters. Fuck that motherfucker. 'Cause I ain't no goddamn convicted. This motherfucker protects fucking child molesters. Fuck that motherfucker. 'Cause I ain't no goddamn convicted. This motherfucker protects fucking child molesters. Fuck that My brothers lost their lives fighting for this fucking country.
You know, when CPS comes to people's houses, do you know who they usually bring with them? Cops.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I'd want a cop there, too.
So CPS kidnaps kids away. Do you know what the 2019 state report said was the #1 cause of child trafficking in the United States? The foster care system. The foster care system. Okay, so the critical thing here, it says, frequently human trafficking within a country is found in sectors that are common nearly everywhere, such as the commercial sex industry. Then we look down. At the same time, instances of human trafficking within a country may be more characteristic of that specific country. So let's go ahead and see what it says about the United States. Here's the critical part. In the United States, traffickers prey upon children in the foster care system. Yes, I'll say that again. In the United States, traffickers prey upon children in the foster care system. The foster care system.
Fuck Biden and the police.
We love you.
Yeah, I'm smiling. Fuck Biden and the police. Hey. Fuck Biden and the police.
Hey, I'm willing to pay you.
Houston versus Hill says that the police have to respond with restraint in the face of verbal challenges.
Fuck Joe Biden and the police.
Houston versus Hill.
You did win. These motherfuckers right here protect them.
You know, there are young kids around here, and a lot of people don't appreciate that kind of language.
It's freedom of speech.
Well, I understand that.
Nobody giving a damn.
It's freedom of
But
speech.
people still don't want their kids to hear it.
It's freedom of speech.
So what?
I don't want my kids to hear certain things, so guess what? I tell them to plug their ears.
Free speech.
Freedom of speech. Can't stop it.
Well, then fuck you.
Well, see, exactly. See, just like you have the right to say fuck me, there you go. That's a beautiful thing about the First Amendment. We have the right to offend.
Just so you know, you're extremely offensive.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I gotta get away from it.
And then we'll discuss what we're discussing right now. He was too much for me. More appropriate fashion, but in the meantime, back at the ranch, we got a war to fight. And we don't got time for this shit. We're losing our culture. Cops know what I'm talking about. 95% of them fuck up and they can't tell the truth because they're marginalized.
Let's hear it from Clark, everyone.
See, and this is Houston versus Hill. Although the preservation of liberty depends on part and maintenance of social order, the First Amendment requires that officers and municipalities respond with restraint in the face of verbal challenges to police action, since a certain amount of expressive disorder is inevitable in a society committed to individual freedom and must be protected if that freedom would survive.
Look what they did. See what every time they do that?
Oh.
What's whatever every time you go live? That motherfucker right there.